No. Okay. All right. So did you send him the phone dial in with the actual access code? So
I did.
you did. Okay, good.
Yes, I did.
We should actually put a little note in that one tap mobile that it only works in North America.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. They don't have that same, whatever it is, code setup. Okay, interesting.
It's different. Well, because the 1-800 number they dial would not be the right one.
Oh, it's giving the default. Okay, hold on. Let
Yeah.
me see. It's interesting. Let me look. Yeah, yep. That's right. Yep. I'm surprised that hasn't come up
Yeah.
more often. I guess most people I'm doing calls with are joining online. So this always looks like SBC Global to me. I get a little dyslexic with the letters in there.
Yeah.
And their address.
Did you talk to him, or did you just text with him?
Yeah, just back and forth, and originally he had reached out to us in the beginning part of August.
No, I mean just now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just worried about him getting on. Do you want to try calling him and just try to help him?
I don't know that I have his number. Let me look.
I'm just worried about him getting frustrated.
Yeah. Okay, let me. I can try him. Hold on here.
Okay.
I'm going to mute my line.
Yep.
Hello.
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 Hi.
You managed to get in. We were panicking.
Yeah, I
was just
tried
about to
like
ring
multiple
you.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I tried the 0800 number and I was bang on time. Then I saw your email because I was trying to email you guys back. And then I waited, and again, when I tried, it didn't work. Then second time, he let me through. So I don't know what I'm like. I know the access code by heart now. That's how many times I've tried.
I wonder if did you happen to have it on speakerphone when you were entering the code?
No.
Okay. We'll look at this
Why?
after the call.
What is that a problem?
It depends. If you have your phone on speakerphone and you're typing those numbers in, I even have a couple fives at the end of mine, so that can kind of distort the DTMF. We can look at this after the call. We can pull up all those records and see what it was, and I think we will, because I would like to know why that was happening. So.
Yeah,
no worries.
I'm also worried. Like, you're in the UK right now. Were you maybe hitting the US toll-free number? Is that what the problem was, perhaps?
I don't think so, because I was ringing off 0800 for UK. I specifically chose that number. And then obviously I tried this number, which is an 0203 number, and it had probably some simulations. But I'm sure you guys can look into it later after the call.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the analytics and the reports, and the good thing is at least we're speaking.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so just let us apologize for that, and we will look into it. So.
No, that's fine. I just one thing to let you guys know. I'm out with my missus in the car, so that if there is any background noise, please do ignore it, because we are running a bit late to where we're supposed to be. Hence why, and I wanted to really get this call in this week, because it's bank holiday on Monday here.
Yep. Okay.
So
Yep.
All right.
I just wanted to try and have that call in, and then next week I could get our one of our techie guys as well, maybe to look at the the product from your side
Sure.
after we've had this initial call.
So could you so I'm Jason Martin. I'm the CEO. Cara's a sales ops person, and could you maybe tell us a little bit about your business and what it is that you're looking to do, and how you see us fitting in with you?
Sure, absolutely. So my name is Shams Khan. I work as a telecoms consultant. I've been with the business for about 5 years, and the company that I'm calling on behalf of is SCB Global. So SCB Global has a bit of history. They were started as a product back in 2004 under the umbrella or a giantship of Zamer Telecom. Zamer Telecom used to specialize in B2B, B2C, wholesale termination, and the rest of it, VoIP was in its early stages. And then Zamer realized, there's an opportunity to productize this specific vertical and create a simple call business. That's what the acronym stands for. And over the years, when VoIP became a lot more widely accepted and, ISDN shut down, news started circulating, businesses wanted to go down the SIP trunking path. Hosted telephony was also another factor that was, pretty much getting embraced in Europe, I would say. And then about 2016, SCB Global, because we are servicing about 20 odd countries right now. We wanted to, reflect that in our brand. So we decided to rebrand ourselves as SCB Global. And in 2018, we opened up an office in Australia. We registered a company as well in Sydney to better cater for the APAC market because of the, follow the sun type of geographic reasons as well. So what we're looking now is, and that's one of the reasons why we have reached out to you, specifically myself, is that you have an AI piece called Q. With your voice recording, and I see that you are. We've got various other products as well that you offer.
Yes.
And we'll be interested to explore that specifically because of the AI piece, because that is where us as a business are heading towards. So we do provide call recording, cloud-based call recording services and solutions that can be taken on the back of our SIP trunks or on our hosted services. But having that video call with the AI engine is something we are really interested to explore and understand, because there is a demand which is naturally growing exponentially now, at least in the EMEA space. So we would like to explore that and understand how best we could leverage this for our partners, which again leads me on to explain how we transact really. So we have 80% of our business comes through channel partners, stroke master agents, distributors, how you want to put it. And these are the IT resellers of various, Cisco equipment or Avaya kit or whatever they might be selling. We enable them and their customers by putting in our termination or voice communication layer to make the contract stickier for them. And they could be VAR sometimes, who would be selling other services as a package, and us sitting in the background. Because of NDA reasons, you may or may not hear us, but we might be the one servicing them, for instance.
Right.
So that's
similar
what we
to
do. And pardon me? Hello?
Sorry about that.
Hello?
I was muted. Yeah. Sorry, I had muted myself so I could listen to you. But it's similar.
I've lost you again.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
I've lost you again.
It's my headset.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably your headset. Yeah.
Yep.
Am I unmuted now?
You are now.
Yeah, but we couldn't
Not
hear.
before.
Yeah, we couldn't hear anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I was madly pressing the button on my headset,
Oh.
and so it was muting and unmuting.
Yeah.
And so I apologize. Yeah, all I was saying, Shams, was that like you, we provide services for resellers to white label and make their accounts more sticky. That was it. All of this kerfuffle
Yeah, no,
was
absolutely.
just
I
to say that.
recognize that. I saw. Yeah, no, I saw that on your website, and that's where, my initial exploration was to understand if that was even possible, and it was. Hence why I said to myself, right, let's try and get to know the product better and see if it's the right fit, if there's any synergy, to try and explore that as well. And how do you transact with your resellers? Is there any reseller currently in EMEA and APAC that you already have? How do you do it with territories? Is there lead registration process? Because those are the things that we have been burnt in the past with other vendors, and we would rather be upfront about it, as
Sure.
opposed to try and just go in with this. And we would like to work with select few people as opposed to a lot of them. And at the minute, to be very honest with you, we are exploring to understand your product better. And my role in the business is to try and pitch this to the management, help them understand and realize that this is the revenue stream that we could leverage and make the contract or existing services a lot stickier. So that is that's the I would say my thinking behind that, or the why, what we're trying to do and why we're speaking today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can I tell you a little bit about how we go to market with our channel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to know that.
Okay. All right. So the product that we're using right now, I mean, you've dialed into it, but most of the cool functions are more visible when you're online. But our main product is called CallBridge, and it's basically a meeting room product. So we create an online meeting room which you can access by web, by desktop application, by mobile app, or you can dial into it, or you can use a SIP meeting room product or an H323 product in a meeting room, like a full endpoint setup. But our focus is not on the SIP trunking or the any of the call services side. We have a network that is in place simply to facilitate the resale of this meeting room product. How our customers wrap it up and integrate it with other products, or name it, or how they market it, even how they price it, is really up to our channel partners. So what we do is we provide we basically provide a completely turnkey system. So SCB, or if there's a marketing term that SCB uses to present to the customers, they can put the skin on it, they can put it on that domain, they can have apps that are specific to SCB, and they can sell it worldwide. We don't do any sort of refereeing at all between other people who may be reselling the same solution, and part of that is just because some of our customers, like PCCW is one of our customers, and that's a very large company, and they're active throughout mostly Africa and Southeast Asia. It's very difficult for us to provide geographic exclusivity to any one channel partner when guys like that are involved. However, because of the difference in branding and because of the flexibility of the skins and the value proposition being different with each channel partner, you can usually not even tell that people are going head to head. And sometimes, I haven't actually seen the situation where two partners are going head to head, but everyone that we work with finds some unique angle to present the product slightly differently. So you mentioned Q. I think it's one of the coolest things that we've got in the product, and I'll just quickly tell you how it works. So it's a like right now we're recording this meeting, and if we were on video, it would record the video as well, and if we were screen sharing, it would record the screen sharing. So it records the entire presentation. Following the meeting, what Q does is it uses a speech-to-text engine, which we're actually in the process of swapping out right now because we don't like the level of accuracy that it's got, and it creates a transcript. Within that transcript, you can then click on any phraseology that comes up, any sentence that comes up, any keyword, and it will advance the recording to that part. So, you might see it in the script someplace where it says, hosted telephony. And if you clicked on that word, it would actually find that spot in the recording.
Every time, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And Q also does a couple other things. It will create a hashtag cloud based on the most used nouns and adjectives. So, that are reasonable. So it's actually quite good where it'll, if telephony is a word that's used frequently, that'll be hashtagged, and it'll have about 20 words that are put into a hashtag cloud, and that's quite useful for our integration with like Slack. So when you search for the meeting, it comes up and can be added to a channel. It also looks for dates and times, people, and it's also very good at determining. In beta right now, we're working on a tasks thing. So if somebody says, oh, we should do this, I'll send you an NDA, that'll be highlighted as a task separately in a little separate list. So that's what Q is. It operates on about a 20-minute to an hour basis, depending on how busy things are with the server. So it's not real time. So you're not getting the transcript as it's actually happening. It's uploaded afterwards. Within CallBridge, it basically is a big meeting organizer. So you can see all of the meetings that you had in the past, all the ones you've got coming up, and all the ones that you've got for that day. And all this text is stored, so you can search on it, and you can, integrate it, as I said, with Slack, or you can integrate it with your own enterprise search engine. So you can add all this information, that's all this productive information that's going on inside a business, and actually start to get some intelligence about what's happening. So that's included as part of CallBridge. This higher end speech to text engine that we're going to be swapping out, we're going to be offering that as a higher end version of the transcript. So we're going to be changing the existing wording about what the product is from transcript to meeting map, and then a transcript is going to be the more accurate offering, and that's coming this autumn. So there'll be sort of some upsell opportunities if you're interested in that. Yep, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to ask. So thanks for explaining that. But so your current transcription services, what is the level of accuracy?
Yeah, so that's what we don't like. So we're changing the nomenclature to call it a meeting map as opposed to a transcript. I mean, you'll be able to see after this meeting. It's not quite there. I would say it's more like 70%, and we want to get it up to like 85, 90%. It struggles with turns of phrase. It struggles with idioms, and so we're swapping it out with a different speech to text engine.
Okay, so that is basically where you are suggesting now that you when you launch that product, that will be like an add-on charge for somebody to take that transcription service. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so the meeting map will be included. So it'll still do all the hashtagging. It'll still highlight all of the keywords, dates and times, meeting members, all of that stuff will be there. But the full word-by-word transcript, we're going to be selling those individually per meeting or in an all-you-can-eat package on a monthly basis.
Okay, understood. So please carry on, then I can ask some questions as well.
Sure. So what a lot of our customers do is they fold our product in with different plans. In fact, Cara and I just got off a call with another prospective partner, and he asked us to give them kind of a baseline product, like a very cheap version that they can include in their kind of junior package, and then a more advanced product that has more bells and whistles. So that's perfectly possible as well. So you could have something where it's like, I don't know, you've got some I'm just pulling this out of the air, but like a £10 a month offer to your customers, where it's, they've got phones and dial-in and all that kind of stuff, and unified communications, and then we've got a very scaled down version of CallBridge as part of that, and you call it like, I don't know, like SCB Meet or something like that, and then there's another version that's like SCB Advanced, where we would include, limitless storage. I don't know, the transcription, the all-you-can-eat transcription offering. Maybe some other things, some bundled in with some dialing that's limitless. Toll-free, that sort of stuff. So. It's really quite flexible in terms of what you want. The way we roll it out is there's a non-recurring engineering bit at the very beginning of a contract where we set you up, and that's a process of sort of going through what features you want and which you don't. Going through the security certificates and pointers to deploy it onto the domain that you wish. So if it's SCB Global is the domain that it's going to be on, then we have to get all the security certificates in place. If you want to distribute apps, they have to be signed by you, like by your corporation. So they have to be submitted to the App Store by Apple, or they have to be in Google Play. They have to be submitted separately. So there's some setup work, but that's non-recurring. On an ongoing basis, we have some monthly minimums that must be hit. But beyond that, it's there's two options. We can either give you a fixed fee per seat, and we can discuss how that would work, or we can do a revenue share basis with you guys. So pricing is really quite flexible, and we've made it so because people that we work with are operating in completely different jurisdictions, and you have to be flexible. Like one of our customers is in Africa, where things are quite a bit cheaper. So we have to be cognizant of that and work with them to make that work. India is another place where the cost basis is a little different than it is, say, in Europe. So all of these, right? So we need to have a bit of a dialogue about it, but we haven't found a situation where we couldn't overcome, the needs of a partner.
Okay.
Okay.
Question. I have some questions now. That's okay.
Sure.
So, in terms of your application, like the way the meeting data is held, where is it held? Is it scattered different parts of the world? Do you have your own servers?
So it's in AWS.
Okay.
So that means that it's hosted by Amazon. And it's possible for us to do a special exemption if somebody needs to have their data stored in a different situation, like a different spot. We are GDPR compliant, so that we tick all the boxes in GDPR. Everything's encrypted. It's 128-bit encryption, both on voice as well as on the data itself. The privacy rules and the security rules we take very seriously here, we've done everything that we can to make sure that those things are not an issue. For the enterprise products, like we were talking about, the ability to make this sort of a baseline product or a higher end product. Everything's on mesh, so there's multiple POPs around the world. Hang on one sec. Why? Sorry, I gotta get back on this. But we also have an MPLS network. The MPLS network is more expensive. Obviously, it's provided by PCCW, and that's something that provides a level of robustness that's quite high. It basically means that it's as close to a VPN as you possibly could get.
I see. So in terms of the data, for example, some countries, like specifically naming Germany, for instance, they would not like their data to be out, right? So they would like the data to be in Germany. So would you say that your POPs are already online or ready to be used in those locations? So like, for example, some companies in UK wouldn't want their data to be held in a POP in Frankfurt, but they would like that to be held in London, not in Ireland, for
Yeah.
example. So do
Yeah.
you have that capability already?
I'm just checking where the POPs are right now. Hang on a sec.
I mean, you can share that with me later as well. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But it's just having having the ability to, hold the data and be dictate where the data goes, as opposed to data being replicated outside of that particular region.
Yeah. So there's basically there's two different POPs we've got. We've got a cloud POP and we've got the co-located media, and there's a POP right now at Equinix in London. So that tends to be where the UK and EU participants go. If it was a requirement for us, especially given Brexit, that we had to have a EU POP, we'd probably have to do that, just because if there's clients that you guys are talking to, then it's probably going to hit everybody else. But that's the first time I've been asked about London versus Germany.
Yeah, so Germany, for instance, you cannot hold their call recordings outside of German borders. That is one of the requirements when it comes to MiFID II and other compliance. They're using this in financial data, then they will not allow you to do that. So
how many clients have you got? How many clients has SCB got in Germany? Is it a hotspot for them?
So we have about quite a few there in Frankfurt because of the financial sector, and some of the companies, they have an office there, branch office, but they might be headquartered in like America, but they have the EU. At the minute, there's like a split. Some people are thinking that they should stay in London. Some people are thinking they should move to Frankfurt.
Right.
So it's a lot happening. You see, like even Cisco recently, when they bought Broadsoft, they popped in Frankfurt as well as in London because of this reason as well. So everyone's taking that, some sort of precaution, I would say. Because October, we don't know what we're going to be hitting. We're going to get hit with basically. So
the good news is so the good news, Shams, is that it's quite flexible, the network. Like we have 8 POPs right now, and it's likely we'll be adding more.
No other callers permitted.
Sorry, somebody just locked this call. I don't know why. But yeah, it's easy for us to add another POP. So if October is going to cause that problem, it's not going to be a major issue for us to add another POP in a short period of time.
Sure. No, that's fine. I mean, we can look at that. I think the next step from here would be to look at your product, maybe get a demo going, or I don't know, maybe do a demo licenses, whichever for us is easier. Then we can ask a lot more specific questions around the design, the whole flow of the recording, what the recording elements that you provide, what sort of analytics and reports that you offer for the AI engine, and the commercial element as well, what you expect from us, etc. So those are the things. And do you have any partners in EMEA or
Right. So maybe what would help, I'm just trying to think, we've got like kind of a generic partner deck that, covers off a lot of this stuff. So maybe we could just send that to you, and that would probably answer a lot of the questions about, say, things like security and the APIs that we've got, a little bit of information about IOTM, comparing Zoom with CallBridge, because that's a question that we tend to get asked, how does this compare to Zoom? And by the way, the answer to that is that we built this specifically so that resellers could have a weapon against Zoom. So typically what happens is Zoom comes in and they're either going direct with the customer, or they're expecting the guys, the resellers, to to resell Zoom at a very cheap price. Zoom takes the lion's share of the money and disintermediates the network provider, which is really challenging for a reseller channel program. And with BroadSoft now being acquired by Cisco, we saw a market opportunity to provide a very comparable service to Zoom, highly robust on an MPLS network, mesh network, but price it in such a way and allow customers to white label it so that people would not see it as Zoom, but see it in comparable terms to the quality. So, it can be very challenging to go into a sales situation and, the customer, wants something as reliable as Zoom, but if you give them Zoom, it makes it that much easier for them to just, go direct to Zoom and leave you in the dust. So we wanted to allow resellers to have more security over their customers and provide something that was more competitive with Zoom. Oh, we lost him. Cara, he dropped.
Yep. So, yeah, he dropped.
Shit. Bad quality
It
call,
disconnected me from the call, and I locked it. Oh gosh.
Can you unlock it?
Yeah, I can, but we have that other one.
But now we have the other call.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm worried it's gonna run in. But hold on.
Okay.
Conference call unlocked. Callers are allowed to join.
Okay.
You guys know where Gnome went? He went out that door? Yeah. Oh, there he is. My client dropped off for a shit call. What's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm flat out. So I'm trying to get this guy back on. Yeah, he got booted. You unlocked the call, eh?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I asked him to try back in, but
Mm-hmm. We got another call at 2:30 on this line.
Yeah. I can email Ryan and let him know, maybe give us 5 more minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, see if we can. And we don't have the phone call for Shams, right? Like the phone number?
I did find it right before he called in. Yeah, I have it.
Do you want to maybe just maybe give it to
him?
me? Give it to me. I'll call him, and then you can just be on this call with Ryan.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get.
Okay, that's a good way to do this. Because I'll just tell Shams we're gonna have to reschedule because we're coming up against the next call.
Yep. Let me grab the number. Hold on. It is.
Thanks. Okay, just Slack it to me, okay?
Thanks. Yeah, I just did.
Okay,
yep.
See you in a sec. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Started.